We all see crowdfunding advertisements whenever you are consuming social media or videos on YouTube. There are always someone asking for donation for their family member, telling you the miseries of their lives. We feel bad, touched, and donate something, whatever little that we can afford. But how many of them turn back to you and tell you what they could achieve with your money? Almost none. And that's why many of us look at such appeals with suspicion too. It's natural. Namaste to you all from India. My name is Pankaj Savadekar. I head business development at medicaltours.care, a medical tourism and facilitation company from India. Today we are going to talk about a man who not only made the best utilization of every penny he gathered through various resources, charities, and donations, but also reached out to all the donors to thank them personally. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome the heroic father, my friend Saheed Ajiboye. Welcome to the talk, Saheed.
Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Uh,
Thank you. Thank you, Saheed. That is why even
all
I
right.
did not say good morning or good afternoon. I simply said namaste. Okay.
Yes,
Before we let
yes.
Sahid
Namaste.
talk, namaste. Before we let Sahid talk, I would like to introduce him briefly. Saheed Ajiboye lives in Abeokuta state of Nigeria near Lagos. Geographically, the Abeokuta state is full of granite mining companies. Saeed worked with one such corporation as a fleet manager, managing the trucks movements from quarries. Saeed approached us through an associate in Nigeria last December to get an opinion from a doctor. And since then, we have been constantly in touch to get them the treatment at Fortis Hospital in India. Not taking much time, I would like to let Sahid tell us the story. So, Sahid, the first question to you is, how did this all begin? When was it discovered that Sumayyah has a liver condition? Over to you, Said.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Pankaj. Nice seeing you again. All right. We gave birth to my baby Sumayyah Ajiboye on the 9th of May, 2021, and she had it was a safe delivery, so the normal delivery. So everything went well until she was around 1 month when we realized that she's getting jaundiced. There's this yellowish color that is coming from eyes. So the eyes is getting yellowish. So we took her to the hospital, and then they started uh, investigation on her. So they told us that she had biliary atresia. So this biliary atresia is a congenital anomaly. So from birth, that's during pregnancy, that is when this anomaly happened. So and they told us that she will need a liver, she will need she will need uh, uh, a surgery. This surgery is to correct the anomaly. So we had the surgery here in Nigeria, and after about 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks after the surgery, the condition got worsened. So the belly started protruding. There is this vein, portal vein on her belly. Also, she's very, very weak and restless. So that was after the surgery. So it was worse. So we were discharged from the hospital for referral. So we told them to refer us to another bigger hospital. So which is Babcock University Teaching Hospital in Nigeria. Is in Ogun State here also. So when we got there, they tried to stabilize her, give her some medicine and all that. So and after like a month in Babcock, she was She was stabilized. She was stable. So, but the doctor told us that after they have gone through her file, they feel that they thought they should tell us that she was stable, but she would need a liver transplant. That the liver is actually failing gradually, so that she would need a liver transplant, and that was how we got that information. So they also told us that the best bet is for us to actually go for this surgery in uh, India. So the liver surgery is not, we don't have the facility to do it here in Nigeria. So they advised us, they told us that we need 20 million to have this surgery, which is a whole lot of money for us.
Okay. So what was the reaction when you heard that you need that kind of a money?
Well, it was very devastating. We didn't expect it, and we were caught unaware. We were shocked to have this news. So we got the news on the 3rd of December in Babcock. So we can't contain it. How do we raise that kind of money? That is what is coming to the mind. Because my wife is a petty business lady. Just She has just a very small business that she does. Myself, I'm a fleet manager, and I earn like 100,000 naira a month. So
Okay.
how do we get this money? So it's a very tough, it's a very tough situation that we find ourselves. So, but of course, they told us that if we don't find this money, then the liver will be failing gradually, and we will eventually lose the baby. So because of that, you have to go everywhere to source for this money.
Okay. Okay. So must have been really tough situation. So
Sure.
how did the funding began? Or rather, I would like to put you this thing, since I have heard this story before from you. I would like to put this thing through, break this in three sections. One, how did you reach your families and friends, or the people you knew in your network, your companies where you have worked? Second is the charitable organizations or the non-profits or the foundations that you approach, even the politicians that you approached. And third thing would be, of course, and all of us would like to know about that, is the uses of social media. Like, how did you do that? Uh, that's all. Till this, the video was interrupted.
We found out that we are in it. The doctor really told us categorically that this going to India or going to any other place for a liver transplant is the only option we have. They told us categorically, they told us that if we cannot be able to do this, then we will lose the child. That is what they told us. Of course, this is coming from a more professional doctor in Babcock, a gastroenterologist. He told us this, though he also told us that we have some time because when we got to Babcock, they are able to manage the baby for some time. They managed the pressure on us as regard our health got a little the tension was down a little. So the doctor told us that we don't have much time. That the only time we have for us to manage our case is maybe like 6 to 8 months. So we should do whatever we have to get the money and go for the liver transplant. So we had to stand up and do what we have to do to get this money. The first I did, I and my wife did, was to actually meet with our family. Our family. I went with my parents, the extended family. We used to have a WhatsApp group for those that cannot reach. I had to place calls to reach them, to tell them that this is what we are facing at the moment and we will need their help. So with that, we were begin to get the donations, but it was just dropping in trickles, not much. You understand? Okay, this is 20 million, but I cannot afford 20 million, but this is what I have. So from the family, we are getting it little by little. You understand? So this close family also includes those that are also in other countries, in advanced countries. We had to reach out to them. I had to take a list. I wrote out the list of families and I reached out to all of them. So it was difficult, but because considering our ego as human being, we have the ego that we protect. We don't want to meet people and begin to ask them for fund. You understand? We want to work and earn our money, you get. But of course, because we want our child, we don't want to lose the baby. Then we have to shake off the ego and do what we have to do. So after I met with my family, I also met with my friends. Now, not just our intimate friends, our casual friends, those that we went to the same primary school, secondary school, university. You understand? Those that we worked together in all in my former companies, my previous companies. I had to reach out to them. I had to write letters to my ex bosses. When we work in those places, you have bosses that are your ex bosses. You understand? So this boiled out relationship that we have kept in the past. So relationship helped us. So no matter what, even if you're not going to talk for a long time, but the last conversation you had should be a good one. It should be a good one. So that also helped us. So I reach out to my families and friends and my associates. You understand? It's really, really helped. And on top of that, I personally reached out to them, not just for their fund, but to also form an alliance with them. I want them to also be part of this campaign. So this is also very, very important. It's not just meeting people for money. You have to tell them this is what you are, this is what we are trying to raise. Then they should also help us. We told them that they should help us tell people in their circle. Okay. You understand? Now, while I was doing all that, we had a flyer that we did. So we have to design a flyer. We started with a flyer. So that flyer, in the flyer, there's the name of the child, the condition that we had, and the amounts that we needed. You understand? So we did that flyer and we sent to all and sundry, our friends, our families, which I have met with. So I told them this is what you help us share these flyers in your circle. You understand? Help us tell them. Now, part of those things that helped us was that we try as much as possible to reach out to people to tell them how real, how authentic, how genuine is this task. Because there are so many people out there that actually using this to rip off people. They collect money from them, and they are not using it for anything. They're just using it to rip people off. So we have to be able to select the shaft from the corn. You have to make sure that you are presenting your case in a very genuine way that people will be convinced that this is true and this people truly needs our help. So we did that flyer. So also on top of that, I made all these my contacts. I made them. I tried to connect them in terms of a WhatsApp broadcast. So the reason why I did that was for them to also be able to see the progress of the fund. You understand? So once I meet with you and I saw that, yes, this I've explained the condition to the person. Then I will collect the number, the phone number, then add them to my WhatsApp contacts.
Oh,
Especially those that are on WhatsApp. So when you do that, you are able to get them to know the progress of the fund. Today we are at 1 million naira. Then and we need 19 million naira to go. Tomorrow
okay.
we are already at 2 million. We need 18 million to go. So I'm actually updating the fund as they are coming in. So that is for friends and associates. Now, we saw that because of the time limits that we have to be able to get the baby to India as much as possible, then we have to look for several means to reach out to people. And while we were on the families and friends segment, we found out that the money is not coming in chunk in a big sum. We are not getting it in a big sum. So when you talk to people, they will say, no, this is my conditions. I don't have much. They can give you 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira. They can give you 500. They can give you 200 naira. So we saw that the volume of the money is actually coming from this small from the small segments. It's the people that are actually giving a very small amount, 1,500. So we now saw that the only way we can be able to pull this money on time is to expand our reaching out to people. So we met with organizations, we met with NGOs. So the way we did this was to write a formal letter that has some of our pictures, some of my baby pictures, you understand, with all the verifiable ways. You understand? We kept in that there's the contact of the hospital that we had the first surgery, the contact of the contact of people in Babcock, the contact of my wife's contact. You understand? All these things are there, so that they can be able to verify. Also in the flyer too is there. You understand? So we have to do all that to make it verifiable and it will look genuine. So this is what we put into consideration, so that anyone that comes across the flyer or comes across this letter can be able to make calls and verify. You understand? A copy of the referral letter from Babcock was also added. A copy of the referral letter from Babcock to Babcock from all the other hospitals that we visited. It was there. The referral letter copies were there. So you can be able to verify all this. Also, on top of that, I said we visited NGOs, we visited religious organizations.
Okay.
This is not, I'm a Muslim, then I cannot go to only mosque. I have to visit churches also. You understand? Look for a way to be able to access them. We are talking about humanity. We are talking about saving a life. And we are talking about giving it whatever it deserves. It requires my time too. I have to leave work, and at a point, I have to take time off work. That I need to take care of this baby. I have to leave the job. So now I have to also look for a way not to dip hand into whatever we have raised. So, and that is why the issue of getting to use my car as a substitute for the job, getting to do a taxi and all that, this Uber, Bolt and all that, you understand? So that I can have time to be able to access those places. There are charitable organizations, there are NGOs. We have to visit those places to get what we are looking for. Of course, they give 500. We met with one that gave 500,000 naira. One of them gave 250,000 naira. They will be coming like that, but they are not. If I have to calculate on what we got from them, from the charity organizations and NGO, we didn't get up to 5 million naira. We didn't get up to 3 million naira. You understand? So that you have to meet them, you have to You have to meet them, and it's taking time. So, but we found out that the focus must be on those that are giving this little money. They will have to expand the people that are reaching out to. So the social media also really assisted. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn were all the platforms that we use. So we're sending the flyers on this platform, and we're meeting out. I was going to people's DM and talking to them. People that I don't even know, I'll just talk because I don't know who will help or assist. So we're doing this randomly, just talking to them, go to people, then I send them. Some will respond, some will not respond. I was just doing it and moving on. The same with my wife. She also did for all our networks, our families, alumni association, those that we had that we finished from the same university, primary alumni, secondary alumni, university alumni. We also used all those platforms, and these are what we did to make this. And so that I don't forget, we also at a point we found out that the flyer is the strength of the flyer was going down. So we also introduced a video message, like a video that had the pictures, the video of the baby, that had some of the letters, that had all that, so that people also get used when they see videos. They get to uh, they get to look at it, and they get this empathy more. They feel your pain
Right.
more in the videos. You understand? Unlike the flyer. So you look at it, they see the baby, the belly swelling up and all that. They see everything. So when they see that, the video also pushed us. We send it on the Facebook. We say, even when I meet people randomly, I also send these videos to them. You understand? And lastly, before I move from that segment, is the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe also helped us. We raised about $5,500 from the GoFundMe. So,
Okay.
but that is you need someone in the United States of America that can help you register the GoFundMe. They register, they put all the information there. People can read, and you can be able to earn. You can be able to get inflows from outside the country. So, but of course, that still requires that you send to some of us people that lives in United States. You send the link to them. They go through the story and all that. You send to people also to able share with people in outside in the United States. So this also helped us. Is very very. It was with all this method, it was easier and realizable. It was easier, and we were able to raise this money.
Wow. Wow. That's really incredible. I mean, can feel the kind of efforts you must have taken, you and your wife, your friends, your ex-colleagues, they must have taken, um, cannot even imagine that. It's
Yes, yes,
really tough. Yeah. And at the
yes,
same time, like while you were working on the funding, okay, at the same time, there was another task awaiting you, and that was choosing the hospital in India. Okay.
okay.
And I'm very sure that through your doctor or through other references, you must have had got like, various options of hospitals in India or various
Yes,
options of even partners in India, partners like
yes.
Medical Tours, our company. Okay.
Mm.
So how did you, like, what were the parameters of choosing the partner, or what were the parameters of choosing the hospital? Or I
Okay,
will also ask you a question like, uh, why did you choose a partner instead of going to a hospital directly?
okay,
Please answer.
okay. So that aspect too is also a very tough aspect too, because I'm not sure. Okay, the nearest country I've traveled before coming to India was Benin Republic. It's just a neighboring country from Nigeria.
Okay.
You
Okay.
understand? And we don't need visa to access those places. You can actually take a car and we'll take you. You can take these commercial buses, they will take you there. You understand? So, first of all, we made some findings about assessing hospitals in UK, in US. You understand? But we saw that there are no go area. There are no go area. Their quotations is up to $200,000, 150. You understand? $100,000 in minimum. We tried it. We inquire. I have a friend that works in an hospital in the US. He called in when we were in India, and he told me that he was wondering when he saw the flyer that we needed 20 million. That amount is just about 2 days bed in US. So we had to go for what we can. What is the best? What is the amount that is actually what we can be able to afford? So, and that is why we chose India. So now going to the hospital, we got quotations from about 10 hospitals, through referrals you get. So, but of course, being in Nigeria, the only way I can be able to check is through the internet. So I had to go to the internet, check the name of the hospital, their facilities, check I try to review the doctors that will handle the child, you understand, look at their record and all that. So I tried all that. And when I made some calls, luckily I found someone too that had visited the hospital we used.
Okay.
Fortis. Okay.
Fortis Memorial. Yes.
Yes. So, but so I have some questions anyway from the person. But when I met the associate of medical tour, I met that associate through my younger brother. My younger brother, he stays in Dubai, so I don't know how they connected, but he told me about medical tour, and I went online to check about medical tour. You understand? So I had to delegate this job to them because they are there. You know, you cannot get a feedback easily from the internet. You have to check this. When it's a live discussion, you can be able to ask this, ask that. If you want to link with the hospital, you can be able to do all that. So that is why I had to go through the medical tour as an intermediary between us. You understand?
As a partner.
So, and as a partner, you understand, between us. So, and I was marveled. I was marveled with the options that they gave. You understand? So these people are they're actually taking us. They are taking us like a family. They are putting themselves in our shoes, considering how the stress we have gone through, raising the money. Then they feel that we have to take the surgery in a good place, a place that we can get the best value for money. We can get a successful surgery. We can get we can get we can get something that is affordable with value. You understand? So while they were talking to me, I was asking them series of questions. I was carefully looking at how I can be able to get the best. You understand? So it was through them and through their advice. You understand? making an avenue for us to meet the doctors. We were able to ask the doctors several questions. We did several webinars with the doctors. You understand? I looked at their facilities. I made several calls and contacts. And when I got the quotation, I was okay with it. I was okay with it. And with their help, I asked for a discount, which I got. Considering comparing the quotation with other hospitals, I saw that, oh, this is reasonable. This is reasonable. So it was through our partner, medical tour, that helped us with the hospital, and everything went well. What we got from with what they bargained was just the same. It was superb. So
that is what I was going to come to. Like when you came to India, what was promised to you before, and when you came to India, was there any difference you found in the services that were offered to you, like the hospital, the doctors, or the hotel that was provided to you, or the cars and whatever other services that medical tours provided to you?
yes, everything everything went well. It was not different. In fact, it was more. It was more. It was more because we bargained the amount for the total package. You understand? Before I go to that, I will not forget the assistance we got when we were trying to get the visa. You know, getting visa to India from Nigeria was not an easy task for us. You know, they will get to ask for this document, ask for that document. That will require that someone has to be in India getting to pursue those documents for you. Because if it has to be just sending a mail, then getting a response through mail, it will take a longer time. You understand? So we cannot overemphasize their role when we were trying to get the visa. You understand? The compatibility letters and all that. It was really helpful. Also, when we got to India, I will not forget the grand welcome that you gave us. You know, there's this Yoruba adage that we say that it is the start that you get to know how the journey will be. You understand? So the medical tour made us, they welcomed us to let us feel that it is home away from home. We got a flower as a sign of love that you are welcome, my family. I'm not sure I've gotten a flower since I was involved. It's not our culture here in Nigeria. You understand? But fine. It is. Apart from the flower, they helped us with the hospital. They helped us with the hospital. They helped us with the hotel. The hotel. Later, I found out that the price that they got was magical. You must have done a magic there, medical tour. I don't know, because by the time you stay in a place for like 1 month, we stayed for 3 months. If you stay for 1 month, then you would have been familiar with the environment. You meet people. You ask people how much is you spend in your hotel and all that. So we found out that their prices were reasonable. Very, very discounted. You understand? So, and this is showing that they have actually they understood our predicament, and they are willing to help as much as they could. You understand? So apart from the hotel, also the officer that was assigned to us was practically was guiding us as to the market, the places that we buy our things. You understand? How to change our dollars and all that. All these things were making the work easy for us, because you cannot imagine the kind of stress we'll go through as somebody that is going to a place for the first time, and the language barrier. The language barrier. It's not that I don't speak English there, but very few. If you have to communicate with the locals, then very little people understands English. So you have to communicate with them in the local language. You understand? So they know the places we can go that that will not have the communication barrier. Then they have to access, they have to make us access those places. You understand? So by the time we now spend like 1 month there, we can be accessing the market, we can be doing this, can be you get. But you know, when you get to the place for that, if you meet the wrong people, then it will be a problem. It will be a problem. So I cannot overemphasize. If if we have to pay directly to them, then we'll be paying a lot of money. Thank you, medical talk. Yeah.
So actually, the question that I wanted to ask you, like, how are the services of medical tours? You have answered it all actually, you know, and uh, that takes us to the last section of the things. Like, I'm like, I would also like to share that it was really great, wonderful, taking care of your daughter. The manager who was assigned to you, Anupama, practically felt like as if she was taking care of her niece, and not
Yeah.
some patient. And Anupama, her name is. So she actually felt like she was taking care of her niece, and even Sumayyah was very comfortable being with her.
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Now, Saheed, I think this is it. That all I wanted to ask you during this interview, and that's all from us. Now, I
Okay.
want to ask the audience if at all they have any questions for Mr. Saheed Ajiboye. I have received some questions on WhatsApp. The first question that I have received is, was it a bed of roses for you, Saheed? Like all positive experiences, or there were some bad experiences too? Like something you would like to highlight, like how people wanted to take an undue benefit of situation like this. Was there any situation like this?
Okay. Okay. So the when we were raising the money, it was not actually a bed of roses. It was not easy. It was not easy. You see, it could be easy for some other people, maybe considering maybe they are politicians, maybe they are very rich family. You understand? They could, but ours is not like that. Ours is not like that. My parents are not rich. They're not very rich. They're just average family. You know, my mom is a businesswoman, and my dad is a retired civil servant. So we don't have the money. We don't have the money. So, and the task was not easy. But I must tell you, or anyone that is actually going through this, that it is well achievable. It is mindset. It is mindset. When you have a positive mindset, then you can do it. You can do it. During the course of raising the money, we got, from the feedback we're getting from the people, some were positive, some were negative. You understand? Some were positive, some were negative. There was a time I went to a radio station in Oyo State. It's not in Ogun State. It's about 3 hours journey from my state. You understand? We went there about 3 times, but the third time that we got there, we met the person that is supposed to assist us. But if you see the way they responded, I don't know, maybe it was in a bad mood or something, but it was not welcoming at all. I you know, you have to go there. You have to, if you are going with your car, you buy fuel. If you are going on the commercial transport, you pay. You understand? So we did all that only for them to turn us down. It was very, very devastating. We felt so bad. But what can we do? This is just one person. this is just one person. We have a whole lot of people that will not do that. Why can't we get this guy with just one person? At most, he's going to give us ₦1 million or 5 million naira. You understand? So, what the turnoff we're getting, you understand? We didn't let it draw us back or make us lose hope. You understand? And we should not forget that as we are getting those people that are turning us off, we're also getting those people that are also lighting it up. I met somebody that told me aside, I'm giving you this 50,000 naira, but I have told 100 people from my office. I don't want to mention the person's name. Maybe someone here must have known the person. Depends on me. I have told somebody in my office. I have told 100 people in my office, and they said they are going to send money to the baby's account, which we did, and the person said he said between today and tomorrow you get something meaningful. We are getting. I think we got maybe around 2 million naira at that time. You understand? So a person told somebody told us, another person light it up. So you cannot get destroyed because of one person. There are people that labeled us when we started that these are scammers. This is not true. I had a brother-in-law that is a medical doctor. He posted in his office platform. They were just saying a whole lot of negative things. You understand? So, but when he invited us and they saw the baby, they said, "Oh no, this. They are doctors. They understand what it means." So you will not let any negative response. You should not let it discourage you. Just move on. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. And when one is sincere and you are convincing, people will turn up. Even if it is small, a drop of water makes a mighty ocean. So that is it. And on top of that, yes, sorry, I was going to say that the choice of hospital they chose for us was also very good because they were practically treating us like kings when we got there. They were treating us like kings. If you say like 4 nurses will come, we say like 3 will come. When I was in the ICU, I really enjoyed the kind of care that I got from that hospital. You understand? So, and they are not new. What we did there, the surgery we went to do in that hospital, they've done 2,500 cases. Someone has done 2,500 cases, and out of 2,500 cases, none had any casualty. No casualty. Very good response from that facility. You understand?
Right.
So the hospital you chose for us went well with us, and we are fine with it. Thank you.
I can understand. Okay. Now, one question that I have also received is, how important is it to make the entire campaign look genuine, and how do you do it? How do you make it look genuine? We see so many cases world over that people do want to raise money, but then there are things that they adopt, and somewhere it raises a line of suspicion. Somewhere it makes you feel that, okay, something happening over here is not really good, or something scam kind of a thing happening. So what do you do to keep that image clean?
Okay. So first of all, I mentioned earlier that there is this. I did a broadcast, a WhatsApp broadcast that had up to 1,000 members. Practically, when I meet any new person and I'm talking to the person about my baby, this is my problem, This is what I hope to raise. Whatever you think you can do to help us. That's the phrase that we use. The clause that we use. Whatever you think you can do to help us. Now, we're not talking about fraud alone. We're talking about connections. Somebody can tell you. There was a day on WhatsApp, I was talking to one lady. The last time I spoke to her was when we were in the university. I was talking to her on WhatsApp. Hey, sister, how are you? This is like that. I just explained my condition to her. I said, Saeed, I don't have up to 5,000 in my account, but I will do something for you. Call this person. Don't tell the person that it's me. Just call this person and explain your condition to this person. Pankaj, I called the person once, twice. I said, if you call him twice, he doesn't pick, just send a WhatsApp message. I called once, twice, he didn't pick. I just went to the WhatsApp and I was chatting. I chatted for just 15 minutes. The person sent me 500,000 naira. Wow. That is 1/20 of the money that we are looking for.
Wow.
I mean 1/40, sorry, 1/40. So meaning that if you have gotten like 40 persons doing 500,000 naira, then 20 million is complete. But it's not easy. So in 15 minutes, I sent the videos, I sent the videos, I sent all the referral letters, I sent to the person, I told them that if you want to verify, you can verify with these numbers. I wrote everything. I wrote anything that the person actually think of. You understand?
Okay.
Because of course, if somebody wants to part with the money, he wants to part with his or her money for something tangible, for something that is worth it. They don't want just to spend money anyhow. Even if it is the lowest, even if it is 5 naira, even if it is 1 naira, everybody wants to spend his money. They want to spend it for something that is worth it. Nobody will say, okay, there's no one you will tell that, please, I want to save this my child with so amount. If they have it and they see that it is genuine, they will give you. Even if they cannot give you, they give you a 1, they can give you 110, they can give you 1/100, no matter the amount, just collect. And apart from making it genuine, apart from showing them all the evidences, I will still mention it 1,000 times. All the evidences, the referral letter from the hospital, the videos, the pictures, the numbers. In fact, immediately we got to India, I started putting the doctor, one of the international manager of Fortis. Mm-hmm. I started putting his number on the flyer. Okay. So that anyone that wants to call, that wants to verify if we are in India, I will verify. If they say who is the doctor, if I tell them this so doctor, they can go to the internet and verify. They can send an email to the doctor. You understand? The doctor that was treating my baby when she was in Babcock, I put the doctor's number there. All the things that they can use to verify. You understand? You never can tell. They can know any of those people. You understand? One of the NGOs that I spoke to, mm-hmm. Imagine, they asked of my hometown. I told them. They asked of our family name. I told them. Now, if you are not telling some of your family, all your family, that this is what is happening, if they go and call them that somebody in your family is saying this, is saying that, then it will come to them as a surprise, and it will terminate all whatever you have communicated, whatever you are planning to get from the person. So I was trying to make it as open as possible.
Okay.
And also those broadcast members, they get broadcasts from time to time. If you go out today, somebody donates 20,000 to us. At the end of the day, I will go back to my laptop and go and add it that the money is no longer 3 million. No. Now it is 3,020,000. Tomorrow, if somebody donates 500,000 to us, we will tell them that the money is no longer 3,020,000. It's now 3,520,000. I was keeping all those people that I met, I was keeping them a brief of this information. You know, there was a time that the money was not coming. People were calling me, what is happening? Sir, this money is not coming again. Are you not pushing? I said, I'm pushing you, my brother. Please help us put from your side too. We are trying our best. You understand? Why are they doing that? Because I'm actually giving them the update of the money, the way we are putting the updates. Not just if you go and check my WhatsApp, go and check my if you check my Facebook page for like 3 months, you will see the updates there. I was not posting anything. My LinkedIn, that is my professional page. Now, there's no professional. What is important at that time is actually to make sure that this baby lives, and God on our side. God on our side, everything work out the way we work. This was not easy. It took us around 8 months. We started December 5th. December 5th, 2021. They told us that we will need a surgery in India, 20 million, December 3rd. And we started the campaign December 5th. You understand? And we got to India June 23rd. June 23rd. You understand? So you can see the gap. It is not just raising the money. We're also trying to keep the child so that we don't just raise the money for no cause. We are keeping the child. We are giving the child the drug. We are taking care of the child. We were asked to buy vitamin K, 2K, 3 to be able to fat soluble to be able to keep the child. It's scarce in Nigeria. We are going about. So that is the only job I had at that time. I have to make this child live. I cherish my daughter, and I want to make sure that she lives. So that is the pushing factor. I was going, in fact, when I was doing my taxi work at that time,
okay,
I was talking to my clients. If I use the Uber to carry a client, I will tell the client, hey, madam, sorry, my name is so. I have a daughter. I already have the line where I say it. You understand? I already have the way I say it. I know how to say it. I'll just say it in 2 minutes. I've already explained whatever I explained. Sorry.
okay.
The least you get, sorry. That's so unfortunate, but don't worry, God will help you. They will say their prayer. They say the prayer, so it doesn't cost me anything. So whatever, if they want to give anything, they will give it. They want to give, I'll say, but don't worry, I'll just send the flyer to you. You can help us share the flyer. Fine. You understand? So many people that we are getting these funds from that we don't even know them, that we not met them. You understand? So that is why we have to do the message, the video to call to just appreciate the unknown and the unknown. Because even the unknown, they are even more than the ones that we know. So people are actually they are sharing it in their own network. You understand? So you have to make it as real as possible. Do videos, collect all the papers. In fact, when we got the visa, the day we got the visa, I sent the message to all the people on the platform, on the broadcast. I sent the message to everybody on my WhatsApp. My wife did the same. You understand? That we have gotten the visa. The day we got the visa, we posted it. Phones were coming in. You understand? So the doubting Thomas now know that this is real. You understand? Okay. When we got to India, the first day we got to India, that we got the flower, we snapped and we sent to people that we are now in India. You understand? And the investigation started. You will briefing them. You know that the money is not complete. But when they now see that, no, this is true, you have to keep it as real as possible. You are doing it not just for yourself, or even for those that are also trying to raise this money out there. Some people also want to raise this money. But when you spoil, when you give a very bad picture of it from your side, you're not just using it to affect yourself. You are using it to affect others too. You are making it more difficult for others that are trying to raise this money.
Very true. Very true. I'll just tell you one example. I'll just give you this one very sad example that I came across. There was this family who was trying to raise money, and I was helping them as much as I could. And then suddenly they said something which I did not like. It did not go well with me. They said that they would come to India with whatever money that they have, and they will not tell people that they have come to India. Okay, they will not tell people that they have come to India. They will still tell them that they will still give an impression that they are still in Nigeria. Okay, I said this is not good. This is not genuine. You should not do that. Once you give them that update that that people, I mean, whoever have helped you, and when they find out that with that money you have been able to travel to India, they would be so happy to know that.
That is it. That is it.
So,
That is it.
I really appreciate the ways. I mean, yours was such a genuine case and such a great case, and that is why I wanted to interview you. I mean, we get like 15 patients, 20 patients every month, but not that we do interviews of everyone, right? But yours is a case where I personally found you to be really genuine, very open to share your ideas. I mean, how many people can do that? You are speaking for more than an hour and telling them openly, like, what all things did you do? You are sharing your secrets. Okay. So that's what I like about you, Shahid. And that's why this interview. The last
Yeah.
question has come from Aver Aijor. She is suffering from a similar condition. And her question is, first of all, she has praised you, very educative session. I can say most of the measures he took are similar to those I have also taken. I have also written to NGOs with no response yet. So what would you suggest her? Aver Aijor, her name is.
Okay. Okay. So thank you. Thank you. Uh I want to tell you that you need to continue to push. See, when I was talking to people, I was talking to them with the least expectation. So that when you talk to people with the least expectation, when their response is not favorable, you don't get, it doesn't
Disappointed.
turn you off. You understand? You don't get disappointed. You understand? So you just, I, there's this will inside of me that is pushing me. You understand? And that is to save the life of the baby. You understand? I'm not sure I've even when I was working working as a fleet manager, I do think that someday I'm going to have trucks of my own. You understand? I want to I want to be on my own. I want to have my own business and all that. But I know that it requires a lot of money. What I would need to buy a truck is around 10 million naira. You understand? So, and if I have a truck, maybe in 1 year it will be like 2, 3. You understand? But I'm not sure I can be able to push that the way I've pushed for my baby, because this is a life that is precious to me. You understand? And I don't want to lose it. You understand? And I know that, of course, there are options to having a truck. You can actually do other businesses. You can do a petty business. You can sell food. You can do so many things. You understand? But life does not have it does not have any of that option. No option for life. When it is gone, it's gone. You understand? So, and I believe that so many people know this. And when you are able to construct when you are able to put your case constructively, then people will assist you. When you go to NGOs and you talk to them, just talk to them, do whatever you want to do. Then you continue to talk to other people too. You understand? The bulk of this work is not from the NGOs. It's from the 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 500. It is from this. It is from the small donors. You understand? I must tell you, from the 20 million, apart from the $5,000 that we got from GoFundMe, then the others were coming from the small donors, from the 1,500 naira, 200. You understand? So people that you talk to them so convincingly that they don't want to leave you without giving you something. You understand? And they look at their purse, they have just 600 naira in their purse. They can only pass you 200 or 100 naira. They will give you. You understand? So, and you know that if that person have something, there are people that donated. Out of that, our 7 to 7 months period of the campaign, so people donated more than 3 times. You understand? When they see the amount of work that we have put into this thing, they look at this thing is still 7 billion, and they are still going to 20. They look at their purse again. So I still have, so let me just 50,000 again. We are seeing donors that give. You understand? So it is not just what we will not get discovered with what that person has donated at that time. What we want is to let the person donate if he has. If he doesn't have, let them speak for us. Talk to people in your network, and somebody in their network can give something very reasonable.
Right.
Very reasonable. So the person should not give up. Don't give up. And
don't give up.
Make sure that you use all avenues. Be creative. Think. I was practically thinking. Most of my updates, I do them in the midnight. If I sleep like this, once I just sleep like this, in the middle of the night, I will just quickly wake up. Oh, somebody donated 300,000 in the afternoon. I must put I must update the money on our fund. So you have to update. So when they update, people will say, "Oh, thank God, the money is coming. Oh, we are moving. Oh, it is progressing." You understand? There's some people that did not donate until we got to India, until they were sure. You understand? And some people will think that the baby will die and he will not survive. And if the baby dies, then they will feel that they just wasted the money. So until we say we are now in India, until we say, "Oh, we told them that the surgery will be on so date, that they should pray for us for the success of the surgery." That is where the people downside to it. Until now say, "Oh, the surgery is successful, but we need to complete the body." They say, "Oh, you understand?" So, and once we got the money that we are requesting for, we stopped the campaign. We thanked them for their support, their donations, and we stopped it. You understand?
Now, what you did
on top of that,
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, please go on.
Speak on. So on top of that,
what I liked in your case, is you actually made a nice video after the entire thing got over. When you came back from India to Nigeria, you made a nice video and told people about the entire journey.
Yes.
When Sumayyah was born, and then how the liver condition was, then what kind of help did you get from the hospital, the medical tours, and then the surgery happened, and then some good images of Sumayyah after the surgery. By the way, let me tell you all that it was Saheed Ajiboye who donated his liver to a partial liver donation to Sumayyah. And it was a very heroic gesture. And it was not only Sumayyah who went in the operation theater. It was not only Sumayyah who went in operation theater, it was Saheed Ajiboye as well. And we are very, very happy to see both of them healthy and hearty. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Great. Saheed, thanks a lot for your time, and it's been really educating and really great, very heart touching. And I'm very sure a lot of our attendees who have attended the program, they have learned from you, and they would be benefited from your tips. Thanks a lot for your tips.
Yes. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Saheed, for your time.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
we wish you all the best for your
Yes.
future. We hope that you get your job soon, and pray. We will pray for Sumayyah's health. That she would be steady forever. Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Medical Talk. Thank you, Fortis Hospital. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And
Thank
thank
you.
you to our
Thank you.
listeners too for their time.
Yes. Thank you, all of you. And this video we will soon put on YouTube, so that you can view it at your convenience as well. We will share the
All
link
right.
with you soon. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you
All
for
right.
your time. Bye bye.
All right.